Hey guys, it's Caitlin here and welcome back to another video. So today we are doing the last video to our pre-recorded videos, and this one is called North Coast. Now originally I was going to call it Northwest Coast because it was sort of northwest on the Brindleton Bay map, but I thought I'd better not because that would connect it to Kim and Kanye's Daughter Northwest. Now, not that there's anything wrong with that, I just didn't want to, I didn't want it to seem like it may have been intentional or anything like that I named it that, because it wouldn't have been. So it just ended up being North Coast. And let me just tell you, I'm slightly excited to get this video completed. This is the last video, like I mentioned a second ago. It's the last one I have to do out of my pre-recordings before I leave tomorrow. I had, when I woke up this morning, I still had 3 videos to voice over and 1 to edit. So I was slightly a little bit frantic because I also had to pack, had household chores, had to clean my room, which I might add, I have not actually cleaned my room, nor have I finished packing yet. Sorry, I'm muddling my words. I am actually recording this voiceover for maybe the 7th time. I was having trouble at the beginning trying to record it because it was super laggy. I managed to figure that out though. It's just because I had too much running on my computer at once. I was trying to download some games that I bought on Steam through the Black Friday sale. Now originally I was not going to buy anything from that, but then I saw 8 Cups of Tea, or Zoe, if you guys don't know her, if you haven't come across her on YouTube before, her name is Zoe and she's absolutely lovely, so you guys should check out her channel. She has 2 channels, but yeah, she uploaded a tweet on Twitter of a bunch of games that she had purchased on Steam through the Black Friday sale, and I mentioned how I would love to buy some games. It's just that my computer is already struggling to run Pets as it is, because they did say Pets was going to be a pretty big file, and they weren't lying, because my game does struggle to run it at times. If I let it run for a little while, it usually comes out okay. As you can see, this build is going nice and smoothly. Thank goodness for that. But yeah, oh, that gave me a fright. I don't know if you guys heard that loud noise just then, but there was a loud noise because I'm actually in the garage at the moment, because the house was just a little bit noisy at one point. My bedroom is off the hallway and the hallway echoes and things like that, so I just wasn't able to get a recording in quietly, so I came into the garage to record, and something just flicked against the garage door, and of course you guys know garage doors are made out of metal. There's probably some bug flying into it or something like that, but yeah, so I'm in the garage doing this voiceover. Like I was saying, I've done this voiceover quite a couple times due to it just playing up, and because I bought games from the Black Friday sale, they were all downloading and it was just slowing down my computer, so it was struggling to run the video smoothly as I was doing the voiceover, and it wasn't syncing up and things like that, so I did have to start again quite a few times before I figured out the problem was those games downloading. And then I had to I didn't necessarily start again. I was going to edit the voiceover because somebody walked into the garage and interrupted my recording, which was okay because I had initially decided to just pause the recording and then start again and go ahead and edit it later, but then I got interrupted a second time because our water cooler is in the garage and somebody wanted to fill up their bottle, so I thought it's just easier just to start again and make it a clean recording. Fingers crossed this time that nobody walks in, because this is a 33-minute video and it's already 8 o'clock in the afternoon, or in the evening, so I really do need to get this video completed so that I can finish up my packing and clean up my room. Thank goodness my flight isn't until the afternoon tomorrow. I do have to be there a couple of hours early, but at least if I get things done late tonight, I can sleep in the morning. Hopefully I can sleep in the morning. we shall see how everything goes, if I have enough time as well. I actually want to do a cast video as a pre-recorded video, because I'm thinking with a cast it doesn't necessarily need to have a voiceover. I do like to do voiceovers, but I just won't have the time for a voiceover. But I'd really like to get another video out for you guys, because I have quite a few videos already uploaded. I have not scheduled them yet. I've just got them as unlisted videos, just waiting to go live for you guys, so you guys can all watch them when they come out. But I really wanted to do some more festive videos. I had originally planned to do 2, however I forgot about one of them. I was going to do a vet clinic, a festive vet clinic, maybe a clinic that belongs in Santa's village, where you take the sled dogs or the reindeers, I suppose. But I got carried away and the vet clinic turned into a normal vet clinic, so that is a video for you guys which you will get to watch, but it's not a festive one. I'm sorry guys. I do have a very awesome festive build though ready for you guys that's going to come out in December sometime, maybe a week before Christmas. I haven't decided yet, but I'm super excited for that one. Can't wait for you guys to see it, because I personally really like it, and I hope you guys like it too. I'm just really excited for that video to come out. So, and I'm also like wondering whether I should like share sneak peek photos and things like that, but at the same time I don't want to ruin it. I want it to be a surprise for you guys. So yeah, anyway, so I haven't really talked about the build because I don't really want to talk about the build as such, because it's pretty much just a big family home in Brindleton Bay. I was building it while I was watching a TV program called Instant Hotel here in Australia, so I was getting a little bit of inspiration from the house that was on the show on that day, just a little bit, not too much, because it is a lot different from the one on TV. Basically the only thing I really took inspiration from was the colour and the boxiness, I suppose, because this house is quite boxy, but I like it either way, and it's quite a nice house. I would live here. I really do actually like this house, but the interior, I'm not completely sold on it just yet. I do like the downstairs interior, but upstairs I feel like it's doesn't really suit the style of the house. I think because I was just recording so much at once and so many videos at once that all of the different styles got kind of mixed up with each other, so you know, they don't necessarily all flow and such, but you know, as long as it's finished and it looks good, then I'm happy. I think it looks good anyway, at least I think. Yeah, I think this is kind of like I feel like this house is quite beachy, quite coastal style. I mean, it's meant to anyway. It is, after all, in Brindleton Bay. Can we just talk about how awesome all of the items that came with cats and dogs, like how awesome they are? They're really nice. Like, look at all these windows, the fencing, the floorboards, and the wallpapers. They're honestly really nice. Even the trees are really nice. I really love it so much. By the way, this house is for download on the gallery. It is actually, it's got two uploads on the gallery. We have one unfinished and one finished, because I figured, you know, there are some people out there who like to finish their own builds, but they don't necessarily like to build or they're not necessarily the best at building, so they prefer it to download and then furnish and things like that. So I've uploaded this twice so that you guys, if you want to download it, you've got the option. My gallery ID is Simply Caity, all uppercase on the first 3 letters of Simply Caity. So yeah, if you guys want to download this, I'll also have the ID listed in the description box below as well, so you can go and check that out. And yeah, I actually was quite surprised at the response with a few of my builds that I've done with the pre-recorded. Usually when I upload things to the gallery, I don't necessarily check what people, you know, whether I get comments or whether I get downloads and things like that. But out of curiosity today, since I uploaded quite a few builds last night, I was like, you know, I want to go and have a look at what see what's happening in the gallery, just see if anybody has actually commented or anything like that, and sure enough, quite a few people did, especially on my festive build, and I was actually quite happy because I'm pretty sure, like, in the past I really do get comments on the things I upload, and I feel like it's because the builds I've been putting out in these pre-recorded videos, they're a lot more creative than what I usually do. I don't know what happened. I feel like this pre-recording sort of pushed me to try harder with these builds rather than just doing the same thing I do over and over and over again. So I'm quite pleased with it. I do like it. I wanted this house to be well lived in, and I feel like I achieved that. I mean, there's so much junk everywhere. I say junk because I feel like these would be people who have been living here for a while. Maybe it's a house that has been passed down in the generations. You know, they've got a few antique looking furniture, like this little table here. Maybe that was Granny's, and then when she passed away, the house went on to the mother or the son. I'm going to say mother. I'm going to say it goes on to the mother, and then once the mother passes, or once the mother has decided to move on from the house, she passes it on to her children. I don't know. There's so much things you could do with the story, with this house. You could come up with so many backstories. That's just my little backstory. Like, it would be a house that was passed down through families and a lot of collected items over the years. Perhaps the person who lives here is also a hoarder. I feel like one day when I'm old and grey and wrinkly, I am going to have a house like this. Maybe not as big, but like with lots of junk all over the place on shelves and things like that, because I am a hoarder. The thing is though, at the age I'm at now, I don't like a lot of clutter. I like things to be nice and clean, and like to have color schemes so that the aesthetic of my room is just really inviting and relaxing, and you know, all of that jazz. Just something that's not too out there and cozy, I suppose. So something like this would not be my personal taste. It's interesting because I really do like this build in The Sims, and I think it looks awesome. But in real life, I think if I was to walk into a house like this, I'd be like, whoa, there's so much going on. Look at these, like these patterned tiles, patterned wallpaper. You know, there's blue everywhere, overload of blue. I just don't know what my brain would think if I was to walk into a house that looks like this right now. However, if I was to build it in The Sims, then my brain absolutely loves it. It's really weird. I don't know how it works, but it just I don't know, it just works that way. There's a lot of things though that I watch in The Sims, a lot of building videos that I like, but I know if I was to come across that in reality, I wouldn't be so keen. I'm baffled actually. I just don't know why I like it in The Sims, but I don't in reality. I think it's because through The Sims it is only a virtual reality game, not virtual reality, sorry, it is only a simulation game, so although it looks great in the game, you know, you don't necessarily have to live with it. So does that make sense? Like, for example, if these curtains, I saw these curtains in real life, I would think they're absolutely hideous. However, in The Sims, I think they're really nice. I just really like them. Same with the wallpaper, same with I don't know, just so much items in the game. But yeah, anyway, so if you guys are new to my channel, welcome. I should say this in the beginning of all my videos just to invite you guys every single time, but if you are new to my channel, welcome. Hopefully I'm not too weird for you. Probably not, hopefully not. I just, you know, I'm hoping that while I'm away, there'll be some new people who might decide to join the family over here on my channel, because I really do like getting to know my subscribers. I don't know how many people comment, but the people who do comment, it's really awesome because I've been able to get to know you guys, and I've been able to connect with you guys on Twitter, and I've made some really awesome friends on Twitter. I have made my best friend on Twitter, you know, in the YouTube Twitter universe, who is Sophie, through The Sims and through YouTube. And although like there's quite a decent age gap with our like friendship. But personally with me, like, I get along with a lot of people, like all ages, as long, like my rule is, as long as you're nice to me, I will be nice back. As long as you like if you treat me like a friend, I will treat you like a friend. That's what, like, I really believe in that. And there's most things I will cope with, like I will put up with. Like if you're annoying, like when I say annoying, I mean like you're intentionally being annoying and trying to get a rise out of somebody, I won't really do anything. I'm not like gonna hate on you or anything like that. Like there's only one thing I can't stand really when it comes to people, and that's like complete and utter arrogance. I just cannot stand it one bit. I will, like, I have to, when I meet arrogant people, I just have to bite my tongue and just say nothing. Even though I really want to, I just have to bite my tongue. That's the one thing I can't stand. You can be sarcastic to me, and you know, I might not necessarily like it, but I will deal with it, because I personally don't take well to sarcasm. I'll admit to that. I don't take well to sarcasm, but I can cope with it. If somebody's being sarcastic, I know they're being sarcastic, so I'll just kind of put aside what I'm actually thinking in my mind and just kind of think they're just sarcastic, it's just who they are, right? Because that's just naturally how some people are. But then arrogancy, no way, just can't do it. I just can't. So yeah, I don't know how this ended up talking about friends to arrogancy, but anyway, so yeah, Sophie is my best friend that I've made on YouTube. Shout out to you, Sophie. I'm gonna link her channel in the description box below. She's an amazing builder, so you guys need to check out her videos. She does some cast videos as well, where she makes some very pretty sims, and I believe she's also got a Big Sister LP, which I admit I haven't actually watched, but I don't watch many LPs at all. I was watching Deligracy's Barbie LP, which I did enjoy for a long time, but at one point I did actually, surprisingly, I actually did, you know, start going off it, and I think it's just due to, you know, you watch it for so long. I was watching it for at least a year through all the seasons and things like that before I was ready to move on to something new. It's the same. I was watching Jen's Black Widow, or Urban Sims Black Widow LP, until a point where I just, you know, wanted to move on and find something new and things like that. So I don't actually watch much LPs at the moment, though. I am watching 2 new LPs. I wanted to, because often when it comes to LPs, I'm always behind and I miss the first episode, and I always come in somewhere where it's like super late into the episodes and like all the seasons and things like that. So I have recently started watching Zistel and Spring Sims Cats and Dogs LP, because they literally came out like I think the same week, and I was like, well, you know what, these are both people that I enjoy watching, and Sister was a person that I'm good friends with, so I wanted to support her and watch her LP and things like that, and just really start off fresh with an LP rather than coming in really late into a season. If any of you guys like know of any good LPs that maybe I might enjoy, because for me it's really difficult for me to find LPs that I enjoy. I think, I'm not too sure why that is. I think it's because a lot of the time I feel like some LPs lack story in them, and you know, this LP that's Zistel and Spring Sims have just started, like both of their LPs, they've both thought about and planned a really good backstory, put a lot of detail into it and everything, and I think that's what makes a good LP, when you put a lot into it. So yeah, I'm sorry I haven't actually watched your LP, Sophie, just because, yeah, like I said, I don't really watch LPs that often. I should probably check that out though. I don't know, I should ask her. I don't know if she's gonna watch this video, but I should ask her if she's actually still doing that LP, because I haven't seen an episode come out in a while. But yeah, I've also like made really good friends with Zoe from 8 Cups of Tea, and with Zistel, and you know, a majority of these people you become good friends because you do collabs with them, and there's a bunch of people I've done collabs with, and I've always tried to get to know them. And I actually was currently doing an LP, a collab with another simmer. However, because I've been so busy this past month, it's been really difficult for me to actually find time to really try and get to know her as a friend and everything like that throughout this LP. With that LP, I keep calling it an LP, with that collab, I don't think that's going to be coming out until I come back now from Cook Islands. It got a little put off for a while because I was really busy, and then she fell ill, so I think it's just, you know, it'll be a good idea as well to put it off until I come back so that we can like properly get to know each other and stuff like that, because I like doing that when I have collabs and such. So yeah. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but I am leaving tomorrow, and I had to sleep in the airport overnight, and I hate sleeping in the airport overnight when I'm by myself, because I get like so worried that somebody might take my bag or something like that. However, the place that I set up, because I've slept in the airport multiple times, but I'm usually not alone, so the place where I set up is actually in like the cafe, because at night time they close the cafe and everything like that, and all the food stalls and shops and things, but the cafe has like these really long booth seats, and it's near a toilet and it's near a wall plug, so that's where I'm planning to head, so that I can go down there and sleep, be close to the bathroom. And you know, the only thing I don't like about Brisbane Airport is it gets really cold at night, like really cold at night, because of the aircon. So I do have to pack a blanket, just a small little one, or like a throw probably, because it's really light and I don't have much luggage space. But yeah, I'm going to be there overnight, so I'm not too sure what I will be doing. Luckily, like, I don't know if I mentioned this in a previous video, but luckily there's TV now on phones, so I can watch TV. I know that Jurassic World is on tomorrow night, or Jurassic Park, one of them, is on TV tomorrow night, so I might watch that on my phone, seeing as I'll have nothing else to do anyway. And I might actually see how good the internet is in the airport. If it's good enough, I might download CC, because I currently have no CC in my game. And I really need CC because I'm going to be gone for 2 months, and can you imagine having no CC in your game for 2 months because you just don't have the internet to download CC? So if the internet is good, I'm going to do that. I'm probably going to do an all-nighter anyway tomorrow, so it's not like I'll have anything else to do, but just download CC and watch TV on my phone and such. But yeah. There's something else I actually also wanted to talk about, because I talked about it in the first voiceover that I did for this video, but again, like I mentioned, this is like the 7th or something voiceover that I've had to do. So I was talking about in the first voiceover that I did about James Turner and Deligracy, because James Turner was the first person I came across when I started watching Sims videos. It was actually probably about maybe 2 years ago when I started watching Sims on YouTube. I've been playing the game for a long time, but watching YouTube not so long. And I think how I came across James Turner is I wanted to know how to make split level, so I searched it on YouTube and James Turner's video popped up, and I was like, oh, okay then, and I started watching quite a few of his videos, and you know, they were really interesting. Like, they were just really cool. I liked his building and all of those things, and it was funny because I had this impression in my head of what James Turner looked like, because you know, when you don't know what people look like and you just hear a voice, you sort of come up with this own image in your mind. And so I imagined, for whatever reason, the voice to me was like low. Of course it should be because he's a male, but it was like relatively low. So I had this image of a 30-year-old, maybe older, a male in my mind who had brown, kind of like slicked back hair, not slicked in like the greasy oily looking slick, but like just the tidy clean slicked back hair look. And I imagined he was like clean shaven and things like that, and he was just, you know, maybe outside of his regular job, he just decided he wanted to upload tutorials to Sims or little mini builds to Sims and things like that. So I was like, okay, started watching him. I mentioned it to my sister that I watched this guy called James Turner, because my sister always I also played Sims, sorry, at one point. And she told me, hey, you know what, you should check out this person called Deligracy. She's really cool as well. She's an Australian YouTuber. You'll probably really like her videos. So I was like, oh, okay. And then one day I was just kind of sitting there and I was like, oh, maybe I should watch that girl's videos that my sister was talking about. What was her name again? So I asked my sister, I was like, what was that person's name? She's like, Deligracy. So I'm like, okay. Googled it, or, you know, YouTube searched it, and sure enough, came up with her channel, or just a couple of her builds or whatever. And I remember the first video I watched of Deligracy's, it was a burger house build. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but she built a burger house in Oasis Springs. And I don't know why it was the first one I watched, it just was because I thought it was interesting. I was like, it's a burger, I gotta watch this. So I watched it, and I remember thinking, because at the time she had like her old profile picture on YouTube where she had like that post-it on her face. I can't remember what the post-it said, but she had long hair with her post-it, and she had like her old apartment bricks behind her. And so immediately from seeing that photo, I got some sort of like surfer slash skater girl vibe from her, and I also kind of thought that YouTube would probably be like the thing she does on the side, and that, you know, in her spare time she likes to go and do surfing and things like that. That's seriously what I thought. That was my impression. This was only from one video and from seeing a picture, and as you know, as it went along and I watched more of her videos and things like that, I really actually got a feel for who she was, and I was just like, oh yeah, she's actually pretty cool. And I only used to watch her through videos, and it wasn't until I jumped onto Twitter that I got to actually see more of the kind of person she is, and I added her on Snapchat and everything like that, and she's actually like really, really awesome, and she became my favorite. James Turner got pushed to the side. Not really, he didn't, because I still enjoy his videos, but he was no longer my favorite. It became Deligracy. She sort of knocked James out of the park, and I thought it was quite funny when she mentioned that she started YouTube because of James, like he helped her out and everything like that. I was like, lol, this is really funny. Here I am, like really enjoying Deligracy's channel and all, and I've only just realized now that it's actually James Turner who got her into it. So I thought that was quite funny. And then I think that at the point when I realized that they actually knew each other was because I decided to go and follow James Turner on Instagram, and I saw what he looked like. I was like, okay, he's young and he's got a beard, and that's not what I pictured when I thought of James Turner. But I was like, okay, you know, this obviously proves don't judge people before you actually know what they look like and know who they are and stuff like that. So yeah, that's when I figured out that he actually knew Deligracy, because he uploaded a photo of Deligracy at the beach. I think they went to the beach or something like that. I can't remember what the caption was, but they had just been hanging out. I was like, oh, they know each other. I had no idea. And then, you know, just, I don't know, over time I got to know what they're like as YouTubers and things like that. Of course, I don't know them personally, so still there's things there that I don't exactly know. But, you know, I think they're pretty open when they're on their channel about who they are and things like that. So it's easy to connect yourself to them and everything. And it's really funny. I actually kind of feel like tweeting right now, like saying, I originally thought you would have been a skater girl and things like that. I don't know. It's just funny. I actually, you know what, if you guys are new to my channel, or if you have been watching for a while, what was your first impression of me? What did you think? I know I certainly have first impressions of everybody who I come across on YouTube. Some of you guys have even become like some of my closest friends on YouTube. And I obviously would have had first impressions about you guys as well. I also, like some of you guys who I've become good friends with, I actually, to be completely honest, I actually thought that some of you guys wouldn't actually be friends with me, to be honest. I was like, oh, I don't know if they would like me, would they think I'm a bit weird and things like that. So and it's interesting because some of you guys, like some of you who I have had those thoughts about, have actually gone on to be some of my closest friends on YouTube. So yeah, just what was your first impression of me? Let me know in the comments below, or tweet me what your first impressions are of me. I would be really interested. Since I'm in the Cook Islands at the moment, I won't reply straight away. If you do decide to tweet me, I won't reply straight away, but I will as soon as I am on the internet, because I do plan on, you know, heading to an internet spot every single day while I'm on the island. Well, majority of the time, probably like maybe 1 or 2 days a week I probably won't end up on the Wi-Fi, but majority of the time I will be checking, you know, just dropping in to a hotspot just to check what's happening in the Twitter universe, because I'm gonna miss you guys. So I'm gonna have to check, because I don't think I could go complete without you know, knowing what's going on in the community for 2 months. That's just too long, way too long. So yeah, what were your first impressions? I'd really like to know. Anyway, we are coming up to the screenshots in a couple of minutes, so I hope you guys liked this build. I think it was 4 bedrooms. We've got a baby room, a twins bedroom, a guest room, and I think we've got the parents room, and that's basically it, like the master bedroom. I actually, before we finish off this video, I did actually have a little story connected to this video. I mean, not a story and such, but an idea of who were the kind of people who lived here, what's the story behind this house and things like that. And I sort of imagined that this house was sort of a house that has been kept within the generations, and over time it's been maintained. So, you know, fresh coats of paint, some of the pillars or the fencing might have been changed just to keep the house in good condition and things like that. I think possibly it could have belonged to like the grandmother and the grandfather, and when they passed away, they passed it on to their daughter, and then she had her family and she came and lived here with her family and all of that jazz. And that's why things are a little bit more old school on the inside, and then some rooms are a little fresher, just because, you know, they've been able to do some of the rooms up, or perhaps wallpaper was peeling in some of the rooms, so they do up those rooms as opposed to ones that were still in relatively good condition. But yeah, also I think it's kind of like a good storyline, considering how much items there are in this house. It feels very lived in, especially downstairs, how you've got so much items, so many bookshelves. Like, imagine how many books would have been collected over the year for this entire build. So many, like honestly so many. So yeah, here we have the screenshots. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please let me know in the comments below. I appreciate reading all your comments and enjoy reading them, and quite frankly, because I'm away at the moment, I feel like it's going to help me be connected to you guys reading your comments. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday, and I hope whether this video comes out before or after Christmas, I hope you guys are having a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, or had, and I will see you all when I get back from my holidays. Bye guys!